So this is worksheet 45. So this week we're kind of revisiting all those irregular comparative and superlative forms. We talked about this in class over the last few days. Just a reminder, these three different groups we refer to, the first one being rimus. So these are our superlatives for any adjective that ends in er, right? So aker, polker, keller, miser, saker, ater, liber, any er adjective. So plenty of room in this group. To make the superlative, you just add the rimus right onto the er form. The superlative is the comparative is normal. The superlative looks like this, right? Acerimus, pulcherimus, calerimus, and so on and so forth. Remember, the second group here, the limus group, is not a rule. It's a group of 6, and it's only these 6: easy and difficult, like and not alike, graceful and humble. And those use the double L. So facil is the stem. So facilimus, difficilimus, similimus, yada yada. And then we have our completely irregular group, of which we're just focusing in on these 4: good, bad, big, and small. Okay. Bonus melior optimus, malus peior pessimus, magnus maior maximus, and parvus minor minimus. Okay, just have to learn them. No shortcut there. So the chart here says form the superlative for each adjective. We're going to change that real quick to say form the comparative and superlative for each adjective. We're going to fill out the chart, of course. So first one here. Oh no. Oh no. In the chat. What are we doing? You're going to fool the youngins. It is interesting, and I told one of my classes this, that like, even though bonissimus is not a word in Latin, in Italian it became a thing. Like, if something is good, it's buono. You could say very good, you could say buonissimo, or you can say ottimo. So they have both words. So they almost like invented a Latin word that didn't exist, which I think is kind of interesting. Exactly. All right, fortis forte is normal. Nothing weird going on there. It's not an ER. It's not one of the 6. It's not one of the weirdos. So we're just going to go right into it. Fortior for masculine feminine. Fortius for neuter. And then fortissimus for our superlative. What's up, Dante? Longus longa longum. Nothing weird going on there. I think I can... I'll leave the size the way it is. Maybe I can bump these guys up a little bit. Oh, that's going to mess up my chart. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. Okay. So for longus, normal rules apply. So stem is long, longior, longius, and longissimus. So that's going to follow our normal pattern. Dante, do you know any other ERs, ER adjectives? I got aker, saker, polker, miser, ater, liber. Ruber is another one. If you know any other ERs that you've come across, just check them in the chat. Polker, because it has that ER, right? Superlative is going to be weird. Alaker, keleber, nice. So the stem for polker is polkr. So for comparative, it's going to be polcrior, normal. Polcrius for neuter. But then the superlative is one of these irregular ones. So it is polkerimus. And I'll make it italicized to show that it's one of the irregular ones. Kreber. I can't remember Kreber. Kreber, Krebra. Krebrum. I don't remember that one. Beatus, beata, beatum. Nothing weird going on there. Just going to follow the normal rules. Stem is beat. So beatior, beatius, and beatissimus. Boom. Focalus, focale, crowded or frequent. Okay. Focalus, focale. So that is one of our 6 limos words. So comparative is normal. Facilior. Facilius. But then the superlative is going to be facilimus. So one of our 6 limos words. You're on stream. Thank you, Amy. Remember when we played Mario Kart that time?
Yeah.
That was really fun. I know, maybe summer. Maybe summer. When we get our lives back. Alright, utilus utile is one of the imposters, right? It looks like it could be one of those list adjectives, but it is not. So it's going to do everything normal. Utilior, utilius, and utilissimus. So do not be fooled. Amy is chilling. She's got dance tonight. Number 7, acer. It's got that ER, so superlative is going to be a little different, but the comparative is going to be normal. So the stem of acer, acru, ACR. So we get acrior, acrius, but then the superlative with the ER is going to be acerimus. Difficilus is one of our 6 limos words. So comparative is going to be normal. Difficilior, difficilius, and then the superlative, difficilimus. It's going to do the limus. There we go. I'm seeing 2 people in the chat. I think it's just Johnny and Dante and me, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on. If anybody pops in, you have any questions, let me know. That will do. Audax, even though it's one of those 1 terminations, we got a little stem change action. It's going to follow the normal rules of comparatives and superlatives. So the stem is audac, audacior, audacius, and audacissimus. It doesn't like audacious. I bet it wants me to change it to audacious. That close to an English word. Hey, Maddie in the chat. Celer, celeris, celere is an ER adjective, so that's going to affect the superlative. Comparative is going to be normal. Celer, celeris. So my stem is celer, eor, celer, eus. And my superlative with the ER is going to be celerimus. Maddie, I was talking earlier, I'm not sure if you had popped in yet, but talking about in Italian how there's buonissimo and there's ottimo. I'm under the impression that buonissimo is just like very good, whereas like when you want to say something is like the best, the highest quality, you would say l'ottimo e l'ottimo. But if you have any experience, fill me in, as I am a learner myself. So I'll move on to number 11. Gracilus is one of our 6 limos adjectives, so that's going to affect the superlative. So we have gracilior, gracilius, and then for the superlative, gracilimus. All right. I mean, I don't know that I've ever heard somebody say, questa pasta è l'ottima. I think I've heard them say, questa pasta è buonissima, but I don't know that I've ever heard somebody say, exactly, buonissimo is a food thing. Because I don't think you would literally tell somebody that this is the best, right? It's very good. It's extremely good. But the best. Sapient, sapientis, normal, right? Just make sure you get the stem right, which is sapient. So sapientior, sapientius, and then the superlative sapientissimus. Sapientissimus. Just fit in that box. And then we get down to the bottom here, 13, 14, 15, 16. These are our completely irregular ones. Essentially, we're just copying right from up here. Okay, but I always like to put them in the chart for practice. So bonus, melior, melius for the neuter, and optimus, for the superlative. Bonus, melior, optimus. Buono, migliore, ottimo. Malus, we've got peior and peius for the neuter. And then the superlative would be pessimus. Optimus, pessimus. Somehow we get cattivo in Italiano, but we do have peggiore for worse. Peggiore. Magnus becomes maior. You would say ottimo lavoro. Maior, maius, and then maximus for the superlative. Big, bigger, biggest. This word can also be used for older as well. And then parvus becomes minor. Notice it doesn't have the IOR, it's just minor, it's not minior. Minor, minus, Matty A minus, Mr. A minus in the house, there we go. And then we have minimus for the superlative. Mr. A minus. All right, and that takes care of the chart. Right, pretty standard here. Now we actually use our brain a little bit to do some noun-adjective pairs. So starting with the nouns, lacus, lacus, masculine, so that is fourth declension. So lacus, lacus. I did not turn on my long marks. Boom. There we go. Lacus, lacus, lacui, lacum, lacus. So fourth declension with all those U's. Lacus, masculine and feminine plural. Lacuum, lacibus, or lacubus if you're using a really old form. Lacus and lacibus. I'm not sure if Dante's still here, but that must be like an old Proto-Indo-European word, because lake seems to be in like every language. That word is pretty much, in Scotland, it's loch, right? I don't know how your Proto-Indo-European is these days, Dante, but so parvus, because it's one of the irregular ones, when we make this a smaller lake, it's going to be lacus minor. Genitive minoris, because it's third declension. Minori, minorem, minora. In the plural, minores, minorum, minoribus, minores, and minoribus. Okay. So all comparatives, even the irregular weird ones, all comparatives use third declension endings. And all superlatives, even the weird ones, use first and second declension. Us, as we're going to see here in just a second here. So the very fast lion, let's first deal with Leo. Third declension, Leo, Leonis. Leo, Leonis, Leoni, Leonem, Leona, Leones, Ibus, Ace, Ibus. And our adjective here, very fast. So very, we usually think superlative. Celer being one of our irregulars, so that ER. We're going to do celerimus. And we're going to keep the us because lion is masculine. This superlative, like any superlative, uses us first and second declension. So celerimus, celerimi, celerimo, celerimum, celerimo. Us, e, o, o. And then for the plural, celerimi, celerimi, celerimorum, celerimis, celerimos, celerimis. I, orum, is, os, is. Oh, Kertamen. The contest, the struggle. Right, so it is Kertamen. Kertaminis. Men usually becomes minis. Third declension. Kertamini. It is a neuter word, so the nominative and accusative are going to be the same. So we're back to Kertamen. And then ablative, Kertamina. Neuter again, neuter noun. So kertamina for the plural. Kertaminum. Kertaminibus. Kertamina. Kertaminibus. Oh, nouns are the best. They just do what they do. Most difficult, difficilus is one of our 6 limos adjectives. So we're going to do difficil, double L, imum. We're going to go with difficilumum with the ending as opposed to us or a certain small buzz. I wouldn't be shocked if it auto-corrected me. Difficilumum, second declension, difficilim, double L. Difficilimi, difficilimo, double F, double L, difficilimum, and difficilimo. E, o, o. These are much harder to type than I expected. Again, neuter. Don't forget difficilima, neuter plural. Difficilimorum. Just fitting in these boxes. Difficilimis. Difficilima. And difficilimis. A, orum, is, a, is. And last but not least, I think it's, oh no, we got 2 more. Never you mind. 2 more here. So res rei for thing. It is a 5th declension noun. It's got a interesting declension to it. Basically just ease all the way down. Res rei, rem, and re. Put some extra spaces in here. Race in the plural. Rerum, like orum or arum. Rebus, instead of ibus, you get ebus. Race again, and then rebus. Short little word, but pretty darn common. And then for bigger, we're going to take magnus, one of our irregulars, and we're going to make it major. Majoris, majori, majorem, majora. Majore becomes majora. And in Latin, the I becomes a J. So sometimes you'll see it spelled major, M-A-J-O-R, instead of major. Dante, is there a definitive moment where those I's become J's? Any particular, era, time period, author? I gotta catch up on my linguistics podcasts. Maiores, majorum, majoribus, majores, and majoribus. Ecclesiastical, they already started to be written as J. I don't know when the pronunciation changed. Okay. I mean, because ecclesiastical Latin, it would probably, I'm trying to think if I remember singing any words that had that sound in them. Yeah, I have to think about it. I have to go through my old stuff. And now, last but not least, the sharpest needle. So we have akasakus, fourth declension, feminine, akus, akus. What is this? What is this? Oh, all good. Akasakus. Oh, you know it. Akui. That was pretty good, actually. Akum and aku. I was a baritone on a good day, straight up bass on a bad day. Akuum, akibus, akus, and akibus. And now for the sharpest needle, because it's one of these ER adjectives, we're going to do rimus, but since this noun is feminine, we're going to go akerima. Feminine, first declension endings. Let's go. Akerima, akerimai, akerimai, akerimam, akerima. A, I, a. In the plural, akerimai, akerimarum, akerimis, akerimas, akerimis. Okay. I'm gonna pop into Discord for a little while if anybody's around, has any questions, or if you guys just want to catch up. I'll be over there. I'm gonna cut the video here, so it'll be about 23 minutes or so. And I will not be able to record tomorrow. We got long school day, going into softball game, going into dentist appointment. So I'm not going to get home until probably close to 9. So I think I'm just going to record the second video of the week on Thursday. And I'm going to skip recording tomorrow. All right, kiddos. Thanks for coming. Good to see you guys. Catch you on the next one.